Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this episode, we're gonna go over the best times to post on TikTok and the best hashtag strategy to use. If you don't already know, make sure you comment below any questions that you have and tune into my podcast that comes out tomorrow. I'm gonna answer all of your questions. Feel free to leave your username so you get a free shout out also. And if you have not already gotten into it, guys, I'm giving away a free TikTok course. I know in my last video, I put the link in the video. I'm also gonna put the link in the description this time. All you have to do is go to the link in the description. All right, so let's get right into it. Obviously, as you guys know, the TikTok algorithm has changed, so the best hashtags to use and the best time to post has actually changed as well. And I see a ton of you guys making a huge mistake around this, and that's probably the reason that you're not growing. So one of the biggest things that has changed, as you guys know, in the past, I told you guys all to post from 10 to 1 and then after 7 p.m. One thing that's currently changing is the time that you post on TikTok is actually becoming less and less relevant. It's becoming way more about supply and demand. So for those of you that don't know, the way that TikTok works, when there's a lot of supply of content on the platform, you're just naturally not gonna get as many views as you could have or as you should have. The same thing goes for when there's too little supply, you get way more views than you should have because there's just so much demand for people wanting to view content. There's so many people on the app, not enough people making content. So naturally, TikTok pushes stuff out even more. That's why this app got you an insane amount of views, even on terrible content in the beginning when it first came out. Obviously, the algorithm has changed now, and that is not how it works anymore. That being said, there still is a huge opportunity to get a ton of views on TikTok, but you're gonna need to change when you post a little bit. I strongly suggest now that 60% of your posts come in the evening. The evening posts are working better than ever before. In addition to that, the early afternoon is working really well, and 2 other time slots are working really well that I'll tell you about in a second. Now, I know I'm gonna get a ton of questions. Rob, what does the evening mean? I strongly suggest you post from 7 p.m. your time till 11 p.m. Within that window, 7 to 11, I think that's the best time to post right now. In addition to that, the early afternoon is becoming a much better time to post between 12 noon and 3 p.m. There are 2 other time slots that are really working really well. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've actually been waking up at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning to post things just to test it out, or I'll either wake up or stay up really late, whichever one, whatever fits in my schedule of that time period. I also posted at really off times, like super early in the morning, which is exactly what I would suggest you guys to do. Now, I'm not telling you to set your alarm clock for 3 a.m. or to set your alarm clock for 7 a.m. to post, but if you happen to be up super late or you happen to be up super early, like 7, 8 o'clock, I would strongly recommend posting that. The reason being is just not a lot of people are producing content on TikTok at those times, so you'll really be able to take advantage of that supply and demand game. Another thing that I want to make everybody aware of is that a ton of really big creators have been reporting that when they go live, they stop getting views on their posts. So this should be something for you guys to think about. If you go live at a peak time where you normally get a ton of views, I would strongly suggest that you either post after that or post way in advance before it, so you're not stopping a piece of content in that initial phase where it's getting its initial engagement. Because if you do something like that, say you post at 7 p.m. and you go live, I don't know why you would, but until 1 a.m., you might not get as much love on that post if TikTok is still stopping that post from getting views while you're on live. That being said, I do think that this is just a bug and that TikTok is gonna get rid of that, because at the end of the day, like, they want content to be pushed out when somebody's going live. It'll get more people in live. It'll incentivize people to go live. It's just a bug right now, but it is something that's going on. So to recap that for you guys, I want you guys to post in the early afternoon from noon to 3 p.m. and then from 7 to 11 at night. In addition to that, I want you to try to sprinkle in as many posts as you can early in the morning or really late at night. And just so you guys know, because I get a ton of questions about this, as far as like your analytics go, that is when your followers are on TikTok. That is not when everybody else is on TikTok. I would not go based on your follower analytics and say, hey, I need to post at this time. I would do 2 things though. I would take the suggestions that I just gave you on when you should be posting, and then in addition to that, you need to test on your account. If what you're seeing on your account is the total opposite of what I just told you, well then guess what? Do that. This is just what I am seeing across the thousands of accounts that I look at on a weekly basis. That's what I'm seeing as far as the best times to post. And yes, it's based on where you guys live. It's based on your posting time. If you don't already know, TikTok is an incredibly geo-focused app, so it's gonna get pushed out to people that live around you before anybody else, so make sure that these posts are in your time. And yes, I'm totally aware that a lot of you guys are using a VPN or you guys are reaching people somewhere else. Well then, post in that time. But I did just want to add that caveat on. I would try these things. If this does not work for your account, then go back to what works for your account. But if you don't know what time to post at all, these are the times I would strongly suggest. All right, so in addition to posting at the right time, you guys need to make sure that you're using the right hashtag strategy as well. In the past, you guys know I have yelled and screamed about people using either way too many hashtags or not using enough hashtags at all. Ideally, I always said you'd use 3 to 4 hashtags, 1 to 2 trending hashtags, and then either 1 to 2 broad or 1 to 2 niche specific. That has not really changed, but I would strongly suggest now that you go from anywhere from 3 to 5 hashtags, and I would strongly suggest you guys start to move away from things that have absolutely nothing to do with your piece of content. That being said, if it's a trending hashtag that has nothing to do with your content, well then guess what? That is totally fine. But if you're using things like hashtag FYP or hashtag For You page or hashtag TikTok on a piece of content that is clearly comedy or clearly football or clearly soccer or clearly martial arts or music or whatever it is, I would move away from doing that. If you're just doing a trending video, a totally random video or something like that, then yeah, keep using hashtag FYP, hashtag For You page. But I have found that using 1 to 2 trending hashtags and then 2 to 3 niche specific or post specific hashtags is actually working better than just using 1 to 2 trending and then 1 to 2 broad. Now I get this question a million times, so I want to break this down for you guys. The hashtags that you see in red, if you're in the United States, those are the trending hashtags. The hashtags that you see in blue, those are hashtags that people are paying to show up in that spot. Those hashtags still do really well because it's still a trending hashtag. It's still signaling to TikTok that it's something hot because brands are paying a ton of money to have that hashtag show up there for 24 hours. So I would strongly suggest that you mix those in with the red ones. If you don't see red or blue hashtags whenever you pull up your hashtag thing, then you guys need to go to the Discover page. And yes, everybody's Discover page is different, but if you were to look at 12 TikTok accounts, there's a ton of overlap there. Or that's probably a bad example. If you were to look at thousands of TikTok accounts, there's a ton of overlap in there. It's just based off of where you are, what time it is, all of these different factors. So yes, different people have different trending hashtags, but all of those hashtags are trending on TikTok. So what I strongly suggest you guys do, you guys go through those hashtags, go through the blue hashtags as well, and you need to find the hashtags that are most closely related to whatever you're about to post. If they're not related at all, then guess what, guys? Just pick the ones that are most closely related. Like I just said, don't DM me, don't email me and ask me all these crazy questions about hashtags. And just so you guys know, hashtags are not the thing that make you go viral. What actually makes you go viral is the content that you make, the time that you posted it. All hashtags are a way for TikTok to know what kind of content you created, for them to tag certain posts, to show to certain people, and it's just another signal that TikTok collects data on. It does not mean that if you use a certain hashtag or use this or use that, it's gonna make your post automatically go viral, and it doesn't mean that you need to use hashtags to have your post go viral, or that if you use 12 hashtags that your post won't go viral. That being said though, if you use just 12 hashtags, you're not writing a description, which is, you're just doing a huge disservice to yourself because your description should reinforce your hook or ask for engagement. Ideally, it's gonna reinforce your hook because I have been finding that works best lately. But if you're just filling that up with hashtags, guys, you're missing a huge opportunity to really hook the user in and get them to watch your whole entire video. The more hashtags you use, the less likely somebody is to watch your whole entire video because 1, they're gonna think you're an idiot. 2, it just looks like crap on the screen and nobody wants to watch a piece of content that looks like crap in the beginning. This is the same thing for those of you that are having all these emojis pop up and all this text and all these crazy things going on the screen. You guys should not be doing stuff like that. People are there to get hooked in through a voice, get hooked in through other things. Yes, have text on the screen, but do not overdo it. I see so many people with like 5 pieces of text on the screen, 5 different emojis, an arrow pointing this way, an arrow pointing that way. Stop doing stuff like that, guys. It needs to look way more clean. Yes, there should be text on the screen. It should be supporting whatever you're saying, but you shouldn't have all this stuff going on because somebody's gonna look at it. They might have a seizure from looking at some of the content. All right, so in addition to that, guys, I did want to give you guys 2 creators that you need to check out because they're really crushing it when it comes to the hashtag strategy and the time to post. In addition to that, right after I go through that, I'm also going to share with you guys one more tip because I see a ton of you guys making this huge mistake when you're posting. First, at The Real Mood. He's doing an absolutely amazing job by posting all day. And yes, guys, he's incredibly busy. He's incredibly busy just like you guys, but he finds the time to post all day. How does he do it? He makes original content sometimes, he duets people sometimes, he reposts people sometimes. I strongly suggest you guys go follow him. See what times he posts at. See what times he posts certain content at and really study what he's doing because he's really doing a good job at it. He's about to hit 10K and he just started not that long ago. Correction, he has actually passed 10K now. He's at 10.7K. You see what happens when you use the right hashtags and post at the right time? I'm not even gonna be able to keep up with the growth that all of you guys have from watching this video if you actually take these tips and apply them to your content. The next guy that I want you guys to check out is CWavy_619. Again, doing an absolutely amazing job staying consistent, posting at several different times. And just like The Real Mood, guys, he is a super busy person. These people are incredibly busy. They're busy just like you, but they're making the time to post when they need to post. That might mean that if you're out on a date or you're with your girlfriend or you're with your significant other, or maybe you have your baby with you, you might have to run to the bathroom and act like you're washing your hands or something to be able to get a post off. But trust me, if you mix in duets, if you mix mix and repost, everybody walking this earth, every single person has enough time to be able to post on TikTok 8 to 10 times a day and really see a lot of growth. I strongly suggest you guys go follow both those creators, see what they're doing at the hashtag level, see what they're doing when they're posting, and see when they're reposting things, when they're duetting things, and you guys probably get a really good feel on how you could change your strategy too, because I know a lot of you guys are having a lot of trouble posting at the right time, using the right hashtags, and being able to produce a really large amount of content when you guys are super busy. That being said, guys, another mistake that I see way too many people making are these two things. First, they're taking days off of posting. This is one of the worst things that you could possibly do. I don't want to see anybody take a day off from posting. I don't care if you are in the hospital. I don't care what is going on. Do not take days off of posting. At the very least, repost some of your content. Post once a day, post twice a day. As you guys can see, I'm in a hotel room. I've been traveling the past 2 days. I still get all of my work done. I'm still making this video for you guys. I'm still posting on TikTok. Obviously, no, I'm not posting as much as I should be, but I'm getting my 1 to 2 to 3, maybe on a good day 4 posts in every single day, despite being on the road, despite traveling, despite answering thousands of DMs, despite answering hundreds of emails, sending out all of these mentorship packages, all these accelerator packages, all these advanced packages, all of these things, guys, you have the time to do it too. That being said, guys, if you want to learn more about growing on TikTok, make sure that you guys get the course. I'm going to link out to it in my description below. Also, if you look to your left or to your right, I don't know where it's showing up, or on a mobile device, look below you. I have hundreds of videos about how to grow on TikTok. I strongly suggest that you guys check them out. For those of you that are really unhappy with your TikTok growth and you want guaranteed growth on TikTok, my accelerator program and my mentorship program both offer you guys guaranteed growth. That's right. If you do not grow in the 7 days for the accelerator program and the 30 days for the mentorship program, I'm going to give you your money back, no questions asked. I strongly suggest you guys check that out as well. I'm going to link out to that in the description below. And remember, if you have any questions about anything that came up during this video, make sure you leave a comment below. I'm going to answer every single one of them on my podcast that comes out tomorrow at 10 a.m., Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern. I'm going to link out to that in the description below also. Thank you guys so much for watching. Also, one final note, because I know a ton of you guys have not texted me yet, you need to text me. I'm going to link out to my phone number in the description below. Please, please, please text me. I'm giving away a ton of really cool stuff on my text message platform. FaceTime's huge discount codes. I'm giving away a ton of really cool stuff. If you guys want to get involved with that, I might even do some duets and some shout outs and stuff like that. If you guys want to get involved with that, make sure you text me. I'm waiting.